right, welcome back to the Ironman progress video series. It's been about a week, I guess 6 days, since we logged in. And this should be the last time we see this screen with such a large day thing. I don't know. I'll be around for a while is what I'm trying to say. Last I saw, we were, I guess we were doing Wealthy Citizen thieving, and I got 9 reward caskets. All right, 133K, 88 coins, and 81K to the next level. So looks like we were, here up here is all my clues that I guess I did on mobile. I do remember this. I did them on mobile. Yeah. All right, well, we have no time to AFK Thieve today. We have something extremely exciting to get up to. We will be starting the Chambers of Xeric raids arc on this account. That is super, super exciting. Oh, here we go. Well, we might as well pickpocket. That is super exciting for many reasons, most being that we are going to fill out this prayer book before leaving. That is our goal. We will not move on from Chambers of Xeric before we have filled out both Rigor and Augury. They are such massive upgrades. They will be useful everywhere. And ideally, they're going to be pretty easy to get. So let's head over to the bank, clean up everything, get ready to go, and we will head over to the Chambers of Xeric. We'll take a look at the drop table for Chambers of Xeric in a second, but this is all just from shamans and lizardmen. We're almost at the 5K we need to mount this, which I actually don't even know if we'll do, because why would we? It seems kind of dumb. We already have the thing that lets us teleport here. So yeah, let's get into this bank and see what our tab looks like. The Chambers tab is probably, that's tab. There it is. Chamber, yeah. We have a lot. We've made quite a few upgrades since this, so we'll go through them all. Other than just like the ornament kit and stuff for like the occult and the tormented. Start over here with the Helm of Neetus Knot. That's the base guard, and this Rod of Blessing 3 becomes a Rod of Blessing 4. Next up is, I guess this isn't really an upgrade, but the Dragon Defender gets thrown in there. The Fang gets replaced with the Dragon Hunter Lance. We'll move that over there. Remove that from Chambers. And, oh yeah, the Mystic Robe Top and the Dagon High. I don't know if we replaced Dagon High, but definitely the Mystic Robe Top. This is plus 30 and 1% magic damage, and this is plus 20, and this Aram's Robe Top has defensive damage as well, so we will remove that. And let's come over here and grab our robe bottoms. This is plus 18, and this is plus 22. All right. The only thing is, this thing weighs 1.8, and this thing weighs 11.33, so very heavy. Possibly not worth the change, actually, just because of how heavy it is. But it should be all right. It also gives us prayer. We'll see. I'll think about it. I don't think this little magic boost is really that worth it, but we'll see. I feel like this is only maybe useful for solo chambers, just because of how much running you do. But we're not doing solo chambers, so this is gonna be our setup. I think I am not in the Cox mood. Gonna pause myself for that one. We'll get started. We'll run a very casual Chambers. See if we can just slowly get into it. In fact, I'm gonna come out here, send my first message of the entire grind. Any Cox. It has been sent. Let this arc begin. Before we go any further, I do have to show this. My boy Pat, after however fucking long, an insane amount of time, finally got the Tebow on July 4th, which is absolutely crazy. And this is his log at the end when he finally got the Tebow. I think he has like 126 or 127 purples. It's awful to look at, knowing that potentially this is what awaits us, but we're just at the start, so none of this matters. Congrats to him. It was years in the making for this thing. And yeah, with that being said, super excited for Chambers. Okay, let's take a look at the Chambers of Xeric loot table. I mean, all this stuff pretty well known. The prayer scrolls are decently common. You're going to get them a lot more. I think this is like 5 times before the Dragon Hunter crossbow or the Twisted Buckler. And then you've got the Din's Ancestral Hat, robe, bottoms, and claws, and then the mega rares, Elder Maul, Kodai, and Twisted Bow. Here's the other stuff you can get. It's death runes, blood runes, soul runes, all of which are useful. Rune arrows, not really, but good loot, I guess. If we ever get a T-bone, don't have enough dragon arrows. Oh, not really, because we would just do amethyst, so that's useless. Dragon arrows would be nice. All these herbs are good for herb lore training. These are all useful. Or I guess coal would be good, and then like rune and addy would be nice as well. Gems, I still need more crafting XP, so sure, I'll take those. Lizardman fangs, I just need like one big drop of these, and then we're good. Pure essence, maybe for the true blood altar when I get there eventually. Saltpeter, no thank you. Don't need any planks. Dynamite, no thank you. And Torn Prayer Scroll would be good. So a Dark Relic, it just helps you get XP. Then of course there's the omelet, and these are from CM, so that's everything. I would say a decently good drop table, good for our account overall. Okay, well, I didn't plan for this, but it appears our first Chambers is gonna be a CM. So I have no idea how this is gonna go. We'll see what we can do. I did them on leagues, but obviously not the same. And this guy just said he's no prepping. I definitely will need to prep. Well, they left me behind. I cannot get a hammer from these things to save my life. So I just have to sit here until I get one. Yeah, I've gotten every other drop on the tools list except for hammer. Ridiculous. I am so unbelievably out of my depth in this raid right now. They're flying all over the place. I'm prepping here. Like, I have no idea what's going on. Oh, I've just been prepping and I got Together Will Fall. Clearly a very important part of the team here. I know you get most of your points from Ulm, but I can't help but feel like I am stupidly falling behind. Fuck, I don't know what I was doing. So luckily I'm melee roll during this, and I have a decent idea of what to do. It's also the easiest and less mechanically required. But yeah, this is a lot. Okay, all I need to do is stay alive. DPS doesn't matter very much, just stay alive. Yes. I didn't die. And we got Dust Seeker and Chamber of Xeric CM Speed Chaser, really. That's interesting. Looks like we have done 300 combat tasks, which is, a cool milestone. But let's go check out Chambers of Xeric challenge mode. I died, so that would be that one. And I'm not going to do a solo anytime soon. But less than 35 minutes for the trio is pretty good. We just need 27 for the next one. But the fact that we even got that is pretty nuts. I could definitely get the without anyone dying. I just try not to die. And then 10 times and 25 times eventually. But yeah, it wasn't too bad, but they did like all the work for me and hard carried me. So I wasn't recording during that whole fight, but holy crap, look at my inventory. 25 health. Ugh, not even rewarded. Well, when it comes to we do raids, you win some, you lose some, and yeah, this is one where we definitely lost. It's hard to strike a balance between like wanting to teach somebody and them just not really being able to grasp the concept. So it's tough. I get it. Everyone had their first raid. Well, we ended with 16k points, which isn't, terrible for dying. So all good. See, then you have times like this with We Do raids where you just get a couple people who like really know what they're doing, and it just works out beautifully. I've got all these supplies left. I'm chilling. I got a bunch of points. It's going really, really well. These always feel good, and you're like, man, Chambers is great. And then you do a crappy one, and you're like, this sucks. So I'm not an expert by any means, right? But I've done like 150-ish on my UIM, and I'm, running through these now on the Iron. So I figured I would show like here and there a few tips for things that I have. And like one of the first things that you have to learn if you're ever doing Chambers, like at all, is how to set the head when you start the fight. Basically all that means is get it so that you can get into like the mage skipping rotation. And what that entails is doing something called like tanking 2. And basically it means that when the fight starts, there's probably going to be, unless it automatically sets, which to be honest, I don't really understand what happens there. But usually when it starts, you want to set the head so that it's not doing any specials. And to do that, you have to tank 2 on the mage side when the fight starts. So as you can see here, we all run over and spec the hand to start the fight. Olm turns its head after firing 1 shot into the middle and then fires 1 shot to the melee side, turns his head back and fires 1 shot at us. That's the first shot you would tank there. That's the tank 1. Then we stay on this side. The guy who's skipping goes to the middle. I run over and then we tank the second one. The way that you can tell if it's set is, so after we tanked that first one, I ran over to the other side, he stayed in the middle. That would mean that Olm would fire something on that side. But the way you can tell if the head is set is when it's turned to the mage side, if it opens its mouth and nothing comes out. That's how you know that it is set. So guaranteed, if you are skipping and Olm turns to the mage side to do an attack and nothing comes out, that means it is set and you are free to just start skipping. So here's another clip where we can talk about how Olm's attacks work. So Olm attacks in a cycle that is predetermined and looks like this. So in this clip, we will follow through the attacks as they happen. So those auto attack sections that you see, those can also be replaced with any number of his phase uniques, which I will also put up on the screen. This just means that anytime he can do an auto attack, he could also do one of these, whether it's acid, flame, or crystal, and it announces what phase is in the beginning of the fight. Anyway, so in this clip, you can see that he shoots out an acid pool. I guess they call acid spray, whatever. That's the acid spray attack, which means if we go back to our list, next up is lightning. And there it is. Lightning comes out immediately. If we continue to follow along with this list, next up will be an auto attack. There it is. And then an empty event where nothing happens. And then there's another auto attack, which would mean the next thing that happens is the teleports, and wouldn't you know it, there they are. The teleport attack comes out, and then we see another auto attack, but this time in the form of the falling crystals. And that's the end of the rotation. Then it loops back up to the top. And honestly, this is kind of the part in the video that I'm hoping one of you can explain to me. I don't understand why this happens. It seems like Olm adds an extra phase here, but we'll go through it anyway. So we loop back up to the top where there's supposed to be an empty event, which I guess happens. And then there's an auto attack, which means next there should be a crystal burst attack, but that doesn't happen. We get that first auto attack of the falling crystals, and then we're supposed to get an empty event, which I guess we do. And then we get another auto attack, and that means that crystal burst should be next, but that doesn't happen. Instead, we get another auto attack, and then fourth auto attack, at which point there's nobody on the other side, and he skips the crystal burst. And therefore we are set. We're good, and we are in the mage skip rotation. It fires one auto attack, comes back over, and we continue skipping. And that's Olm set up. Again, the only thing I don't understand is it seems like it does an extra auto attack, but maybe one of you smarter than me can figure that out. Oh, I don't know how I survived that. Holy crap. And I'm the only one who didn't die, as evidenced by the fact that I have 50% of the points, and we have Chambers of Xeric Veteran. What's so funny is that one was going so unbelievably well until we accidentally popped one of the hands early and had to reset it. Just goes to show how quickly things can turn around at Olm. Okay, here's a good example of us getting back in rhythm. Teleport attack. Auto attack. Empty event. Auto attack. There's the crystal burst right on time. Auto attack. Then we have an empty event. Then this is the second one, auto attack. And then it's supposed to be lightning, but there's no one over there. We flip back to the other side, and we're good to go. Back in rotation. So I don't know what was up with that other one. I think it just got screwed up somehow. Oh, the Torn Prayer Scroll, finally. on 26 KC. All right, I'll take that. And pure essence, 12,000 of that. I mean, be nice when we get the true blood altar. So the Torn Prayer Scroll is a possible reward from Chambers of Xeric. It's one out of, that looks like 16 and a half. And it gets you Preserve. And Preserve extends the time a boosted stat will drain. Must have had the prayer activated for 15 seconds. And it boosts the time to drain by another 30 seconds. So we get 1 minute and 30 per level. It doesn't really do much for us. We pretty much have all of the levels that we need for like skilling and stuff. And we can't boost thieving, which would be the only thing that would be nice, but it fills out the prayer book. So we read that, and there we go. Preserve, boosted stats last 50% longer. We're taking a bit of break from the raids, as you can see. I just need some time to like chill out, and thieving has become quickly one of my favorite things to do. But if we thieve this guy, we should get a thieving level here. Maybe. Actually, maybe not. I think we'll be like 90 experience short. 144. Okay, we'll wait 60 seconds for the next one. Okay, here we go. There's a thieving level 86. Nothing to show from it, but I have a feeling if I ever sit down and like really hard AFK for like 2 weeks, I would get this up to like 91 easy, no problem. And that would be without me even like using the house keys. But yeah, there we go. Next level 87. Well, I got a little carried away with the thieving. As you can see, we have 167 house keys. I guess I used one of them at some point because you should have an even number. And we have 20 easy caskets. So by the time we are ready to actually, open caskets again, we will have a lot of easies, which should be cool. I feel like I don't, get a lot of those. So back to Chambers it is. This is the second raid I've done where I forgot freezes, and God, it's miserable. These two guys don't have anything either. So yeah, this stinks. Ooh, a dark relic. Our first dark relic, actually, on the entire grind. That was KC number 30. So dark relic, it's basically like a genie bottle or whatever they're called. Okay, so if you choose one of the skills that's used in the Chambers of Xeric, you get 150 times your level. And if you pick a skill that's not on the list, you get 50 times. And for some reason, construction isn't included, even though you use it to build storage units. So we'll probably just throw this on Herblore because we can use the Herblore XP. 13,650, that's pretty good. That's 136 Eats. We're accidentally doing a unscaled trio, and this shit is just ridiculously easy. Like, I am shocked at how simple this is. I didn't even realize it till we somehow got into the tightrope room, and there was 4 total people in there. And I was like, wait a second, what is going on here? And yeah, we're just smoking this thing. We are about to finish P2. We're getting on to P3, and I still have 46 seconds of my overload left. Hey, we got another Torn Prayer Scroll, number 2. That's kind of cool. There's nothing more for us to learn. How much are these worth? Can alchem for 48k. Might as well just stick them in the bank. Look at these points, man. We did a 3+4, and it went really well. And Jesus, look at, I think someone just died. Oh no, right at the end too. Oh man. Still 43k points. Oh man, terrible rewards. I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. I guess I never really experienced it, but I've been looting and like this house right there whenever the flashing arrow pops up, and getting, a bunch of valuables, which I guess you can sell for 55 coins each. And yeah, we're getting really good experience from that, I think. So I'm going to have to use these keys eventually. I don't know why I haven't just been like running over there. It's even more AFK, honestly, than this. So I'm going to start incorporating that into my repertoire. And we got this Blessed Bone statuette. If we look it up, it breaks down to 125 Blessed Bone shards, which I can't remember if that's good or not. But it's happening. We're getting them. And it will add up over time. So yeah, for thieving the houses, you just sit here and get 45 XP every so often. I don't know if it decreases if you don't move. It seems like it kind of does. Like you kind of have to move around a bit and then it'll start increasing again. Yeah, see, it comes on a higher rate. You just have to kind of keep moving around, which I should probably do, but takes away from the AFK-ness of this. So I don't know. We'll see. Over time, I will get all the XP I need from this just by it being so AFK and being a great source of easy clues. So I'm not too worried about if I'm like AFK, like clicking all the time and making sure I, keep moving around like these guys who I feel like are definitely bots. But whenever that flashing arrow pops up, you get like a bunch of free valuables, 14 of them, I think, and a big XP drop. So we're already 39% to level 87. This is going really well. I love thieving now. I wish I could go back in time and tell my old self that AFK thieving is going to become a thing and you're going to love it. So don't complain so much about thieving and put, more stuff on Herblore because it does get really annoying in the higher levels. But yeah, as you can see, I've been talking this whole time and the owner thing is just now popping up. I think I even got here late. So you get like almost 3 minutes, I think, of quote AFK time because you do have to kind of move around. So yeah, this woman's coming back and we will hop out and then we're good to go. And I should probably get a chisel because you need a chisel to break these down. We've been here a while, as you can see with all of the clues stacked up, but here's what I don't understand. So we go in the house and it says the key gets stuck and snaps as the door opens. So I assume that means that the key is stuck inside the door. But eventually this person is going to come home and there's going to be a key snapped off, stuck in their door. And I'm like, how do they not notice that? Are they just like completely oblivious to the fact that there's like hundreds of keys snapped off in the door? And furthermore, there's a lot of people robbing this house. So I don't want to be the one to like break the realism or whatever, but could have been like the key disintegrated or something. I don't know, snapped off. It's still in the door. It's stuck in the door. It's not going anywhere. Oh, I live here now. I live at the Varlamore Marketplace Wealthy Citizen House Thieving activity. I have 12 easy clues stacked up. That is just ridiculous. But okay, let's take a quick break from that. We're going to look at our collection log for Chambers of Xeric. 34 total KC, 1 CM, 33 regulars, and we have 2 Torn Prayer Scrolls and a Dark Relic. I'm really enjoying this so far. I am limiting myself and only doing like 3 or 4-ish a day and then going off to thieve really, or just going to do something else because I don't want to like burn myself out of Chambers. But it's a really easy raid to just kind of run over and over, especially with all the changes they've made to it. So it's super chill. I am enjoying it right now, which is nice, but I think I'm going to call this video to an end. We are chasing the Prayer Scrolls, Dex and Arcane. We will not leave Chambers of Xeric, like really leave it. Oop, gotta do the thieving. Until we get those, we'll take breaks to do other activities and stuff, maybe some Slayer if I feel like playing, but not AFK thieving. But I'm really proud of this video. I feel like I did a lot of explaining of mechanics within Chambers of Xeric. I'm really proud of what I put together. Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't mean to do that. And it also helped me understand the things that happen in Chambers. They say teaching is the best way to learn. And I definitely feel like putting together this video with all the explanations of like how some of the skipping works definitely helped me in understanding it better myself. So I hope you enjoy the first raids video, the first true raids video on this account. There is much, much, much more to come, but it is time to say goodbye. So without further ado, thanks for watching, have a good one, and I'll see you again next time.